How do you feel your relationship is with food? Honestly, the holidays are over. We are in a brand new year, and I have to admit, this is something that has really caught my attention, especially during the holidays, because I feel like people don't stick with their normal habits. How you see people indulge or portions is completely different than most times of the year. And then when we get out of the holidays, the relationship and how people view food goes back to, in my opinion, the other end of the spectrum in regards to portions and is still an unhealthy relationship. So today I want to talk about why you need to stop being afraid to eat and how to help have a consistent, healthy relationship with food all year, whether in the holidays, because the season comes every single year, as well as throughout the year, every season, every month, no matter what is going on. Because the truth is, whether ourselves or someone that we know, we have all experienced unhealthy relationships with food. And so today, I want to talk about how to change that. So let's dive in. Are you too busy to prep healthy meals? Do you feel self-conscious about your body and your clothes not fitting right, but you don't have time to work out? Does your life feel unorganized and messy? Do you wish you had routines and habits that made health simple, even with your busy schedule? I know, I've been there. Hi, I'm Shannon Marquita, and no one ever really taught me how to eat healthy. I didn't know anything about nutrition, so I found myself eating whatever was easy, which definitely impacted my energy, weight, and focus. That's why I created this podcast, to show you that through healthy habits and time management, you can know you're doing health right. So stop scrolling social, clicking the ads, and buying all the things. Let's grab our Americano and pop in our AirPods. It's time to solve the real problem together. Welcome home. A fresh start awaits. Healthy relationships, they're not just with people. It counts with our pets, it counts with our coworkers, but it also counts with our nutrition and food. I have to admit, I have absolutely no outline for today's episode. It just is something I feel extremely passionate about, especially coming out of this holiday season and getting to experience firsthand so many different people in my life, which I loved every single minute, but getting to observe at different dinners, get-togethers, parties, all sorts of events, people's relationship with food. And it just completely baffled me in, I don't know if unhealthy is the right word, but in a lot of ways, I felt sad because I noticed that there are so many instances where people are genuinely afraid to eat. Everyone has their own reason, and people are not as likely as you might hope to open up about it. Sometimes you can dig a little deeper, especially depending on the closeness and intimacy of the relationship. But what I noticed is, during the holidays, there are treats and snacks and abnormal options everywhere, and they're delicious. They are enticing, they are sweet and pretty and all the fun things. And it's often that we want to try them because they're not usually around and we want to have that experience. The thing is, a lot of people don't just try, they overindulge. And what does that cause? It causes us to backtrack from what our goals might be, as well as our healthy habits. It is the epitome of the example, the frog in the water. Having a little taste or trying something is no big deal. Having an entire cupcake every single day, or cookie or a milkshake or anything of that regard is not normal. That is not a healthy habit. And we begin to suffer the repercussions in regards to low energy level, in regards to our clothes not fitting the same. And all of a sudden that also begins to affect our mood and our confidence. And we go from wanting to try treats and having healthy habits of nutrition and our meals and movement, exercise routines to now being tired and struggling with confidence and even depression in some regards, all because we changed what our nutrition looks like on a regular basis and went from trying treats to overindulging. And a lot of people tend to swing their pendulum to the opposite extreme to try and compensate instead of realizing that we just need to go back to our healthy habits and we pick back up where we left off. So what I noticed is people having fun things during the holidays, which I'm in full support of. It's a fun season, but going from just letting it be a treat and now having more frequent, larger treats than they should, to now not wanting to eat, thinking that if they skip a meal, if they just don't indulge in anything, they'll get back to where they want to in regards to weight, energy, clothes size, all the things. And that's just not true. Not eating is never an answer to reaching your health goals. There is a time and a place for fasting, and I am all for fasting, especially when it comes to clarity. For example, the new year is a great time for fasting. I personally am participating in 2 different 21 days of prayer, one locally put on by my church and one that is hosted by a church in Alabama. And both support fasting during those 21 days. Now, the key is when it talks about fasting, it doesn't mean only water. You can fast from caffeine. You can fast from sugar. The key is pick something that is really difficult and you're feeling really drawn to. For example, coming out of the holidays, sugar might be a big thing where you have just been having so much sugar during the holidays that your body craves it. You have a little sugar and your body actually wants more. So once you cut sugar, it's a lot easier because you're not as enticed by it. But a little sugar makes you want to have a little more, just like having a few chips makes you want to have a little more. So fasting is pick a thing that is going to be a sacrifice for you, but also helps in a way better you. So your morning coffee, is that something that you just feel like you cannot live without? Or sugar, or dessert, or a glass of wine, alcohol? I mean, pick it. Pick what your thing is, and that is the item that you, or items, it's up to you, that you fast, but don't fast completely from everything unless you're spiritually or for some reason feeling called to. But in most ways that I have been encountering this is an unhealthy way by people who have not liked the outcome of their choices during the holiday season and have just cut off everything thinking if I don't eat, I'll reach my goal. And that is unhealthy nutritionally. It is self-sabotaging because you are punishing your body for something that it didn't do. And it is not healthy habits. It's not sustainable. So you need to develop a healthy relationship with nutrition again and realize that having the treats during the holiday season is a simple habit to go ahead and nix right away, get back to your regular movement, get back to your normal healthy nutrition, and maybe we cut out the extras and just get back to what are healthy things for breakfast. Let's have some oatmeal and good fiber that is sustainable. Let's have some avocado and Greek yogurt. Let's throw some chia seeds in there. Let's have a shake that is packed full of nutrients. I personally have a shake every single morning on my drive to the office because I know that in that short amount of time, I am packing my body with things that it needs for sustainable energy, for good health and nutrition, all the things. And it helps curb cravings from sweets. So the main thing is stop being afraid to eat. If you got off track during the holiday season, recognize for what it is. Don't punish your body by not giving it the nutrients that it needs. And honestly, when we don't eat, our body goes into survival mode and actually holds on to everything it has because it is afraid of that it's not going to get fed. It's not going to get what it needs. And so it holds on to what it currently has because it doesn't know what is coming next or when. And so it actually is counterproductive from what people think they're doing by not eating. So go ahead and have good things that burn maybe the excess weight or body fat that you're not wanting. Again, dietary fiber is a great way to go. Good, healthy proteins So go for your oatmeal, go for your pumpkin, go for your chia seed, go for your avocado, go for your egg whites, go for your fish. Like, get all the omegas in you that you can, but just do not avoid food altogether. Punishing your body is not the answer, nor is it healthy. Simply look at your habits. What has gotten you to where you are now? What do you need to change? And then just do it. Keep it that simple. We want to support our bodies. We want to honor our bodies. We do that by giving it good, healthy nutrition, all the things that it needs, none of the things that it doesn't, especially if you're in a time of getting back on track. And then remembering, treats are treats. Keep them just as that. Enjoy them, bless and release, and move on. So figure out, when can you move your body? When can you get that movement and fitness and exercise back in? When can you start to speed up your metabolism by doing that regularly? Also pairing it with your nutrition. Good nutrition also speeds up your metabolism because you're burning the nutrients that your body can use. So by eating, you actually are getting closer to your goals and forming those healthy habits again than simply by not eating, because then you're tired, you're cranky. I don't know about you, I get seriously hangry when I don't eat. So you need to eat, you need to serve your body, you need to honor your body, and you need to realize it's not your body that made these changes. It is the unhealthy habits that we need to zero in on, tweak, and get back on track. So stop being afraid to eat, make good choices. If you need help, remember, you're not in this alone. Grab one of my one-on-one sessions. Let's look at your routine. Let's look at your habits. Let's make a plan, and let's kick off this year the best and honor our priorities and fuel our bodies in the best way possible. I love you guys so much, and I hope you're having a great week. If this podcast helped, challenged, or inspired you in some way, I would love it if you'd do me a huge favor and leave me a review over on Apple Podcasts. It helps me to hear from you and know how this is best serving you. And go ahead and screenshot this and share it in your stories. Tag me at Shannon Marquita. That's ShannonMarqueta. And send it over to a friend in a text who is ready for healthy changes in her life too. Let her know that this episode might serve her as well. I am just so grateful for you and would love to hear from you. Come hang out and let's connect over in my Facebook group, bit.ly.com/afreshstart, or send me a message. I look forward to seeing you back here in a few days.